A nightmare's tale, the devastating war. Between France and the USA, by the late 21st century, the world plunged into an unexpected chaos. Diplomatic relations, economic interests, and international alliances unraveled one by one. The growing tensions between France and the United States sparked a conflict that set the entire world ablaze, the trigger of war. In 2029, the United States took action to seize control of a strategic energy corridor in Europe. However, this move posed a direct threat to France's vital interests. Protests erupted in the streets of Paris, and the American embassy was besieged. Diplomacy failed to intervene, as the leaders had already made their decisions. War was imminent. The first clashes. The French army targeted U.S. bases in North Africa. Simultaneously, the American Navy imposed a blockade on French ships in the Atlantic Ocean. The first clashes were terrifying. Paris's night skies lit up with explosions, and burnt ships littered the Atlantic. This was only the beginning. The human tragedy. The war spared no one, not even civilians. Families displaced in Lyon, neighborhoods evacuated in New York over fears of a nuclear strike. These were the darkest days of human history. A French child, crying after losing his family in a bombing, shouted, "Why?" At the same time, an American soldier fell in combat, clutching a letter from home. Technology and terror. This war wasn't fought with just tanks and rifles. It was waged with cutting-edge technology. American drones targeted France's critical infrastructure, while French hackers crippled the U.S. power grid. Cities plunged into darkness, factories halted, and chaos spread. The most terrifying development was the deployment of biological weapons by both sides. Hope and despair. By the third year of the war, both sides were exhausted. Millions had died, and much of civilization was in ruins. Letters from the battlefield revealed the weariness and despair of soldiers on both sides. An American soldier wrote in his journal, "I once thought I would help wipe the tears of a French child. Now, I'm the one who makes them cry." Aftermath of destruction. The war ended in 2034 with no victor. What was left behind? Ruined cities, lost generations, and pain that would never fade. This dark chapter in human history serves as a lesson to ensure such mistakes are never repeated. War chooses no side, nor does it bring justice. The dark conflict between France and the United States taught us one thing: humanity must choose peace, not war. Could you live in such a world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The video ends with the alternative history. Subscribe for